Up as we're out of practice.
Yeah, we ain't done it in a month, dude.
More longer than that, dude. It's about a month and a half.
Switch chairs.
Because we had to push it a little bit longer because Doc and I were out of town last week.
Yep, that's right. All right, let's pull the thing up and let's see what's up.
Pull the thing.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for joining us at Prepare Patriot NC, the live stream. This one's going to be about the Patriot Readiness Challenge. Stand by as we pull up the comments and see what's going on.
Can you hear me now?
Cut my shit off.
Yeah, get off the Wi-Fi, bitches.
Not on the Wi-Fi.
I ain't getting a notification yet.
I got one,
I still haven't got it either.
but it's not come. It says waiting.
There we go. Going live. What's up, Brian? Brian's in the house.
Hey, Brian.
We got Brian. Yeah. Hope his kidneys are doing better.
All right.
Brian, how your kidneys be doing, brother?
What's up, Patriots? All right, so now I can see the comments. I can see what's up. Everybody's got their stuff off.
Yeah.
Who else is in the house? Dismiss.
Brian, is everything still good? Like everything's passed and you're on the mend?
He may not want to talk about his health information online, bro.
He might not.
He might not want to do that. Just saying.
I wanted to ask.
Tactical Bits in the house.
Lickety split.
She's on the. Hey, is your husband with you? Because he's about to probably be happy dude. Happy dude. Man. We're waiting on a couple more to get in here where we announce the winner of the Patriot Readiness Challenge.
Wex is in the house. Hey, Scott. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Michelob Ultra.
He reminded you to get on. Good. Just writing in here, we will be announcing shortly who won the Patriot Readiness Challenge. Max, what's up, Max? Matt, did you get a beer?
Getting some freeze-dried show and tell.
Oh, show and tell. Show and tell. Scott says, I won, I know, thank you.
They look like silver Mylar bags. But
Brandon Davis in the house.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
Long time no see. That's right. Yeah, so while we've been gone, the Patriots have been busy. We
been freeze-drying
stuff.
Snot out of stuff is what I've been doing.
Doc Ron and Matt went to St. Louis
St. Louis, taught a medical course to 32 people.
For the
33.
That was awesome.
They were all team leaders for a disaster response organization through the Lutheran Church.
Fantastic.
And it went really well.
Scott says I will be getting back on keto when I get back from Tennessee. Rock on, that's awesome. It is let's see, it's been 90 days since we all started the Patriot Readiness Challenge. Had some awesome results.
Let me get my result book out here.
So I think we should just go ahead first off here and announce who the winner was.
Before you announce.
Let's do all the other stuff. You want to do all the stuff?
Let's tell what the Patriot Challenge was.
Okay.
So that everybody has that info up front.
Before we begin all that, let's just say, go ahead if you don't mind, guys. Share this out. I forgot to share the link. My bad.
Yeah, my bad.
Share it out on there on all the Facebooks, Instagrams, Twitters, all that shit.
I guess I could work on that.
Let's get some folks in here before we start announcing stuff. We almost don't live stream enough for people to come anymore at this point.
It is what it is.
But I'll be honest, guys, this is a labor of love a little bit. Oh, yeah, there is also the Patriot Readiness Challenge video on YouTube if you want to check out everybody doing the lifts, seeing what's up in the Patriot Palace of Pain, where they all got to get their lift on and see what's up. Get some coaching.
Out in St. Louis, we drove by a gym. Its name was the House of Pain. Nice. I thought about you.
Nice. Most of them had no pain and were doing awesome and had some great, fantastical improvements. The ones that weren't here didn't. With that being said, it was a great challenge. We're so thankful that you guys participated. Those of you that are watching that were involved and done the things. It was extraordinary. We had some great turnout. People put the work in, and it showed up We got some results for you guys coming up shortly. Max said he got the rifle all zeroed in and likes the Defiant ammo. Yeah, we likes it too. We got lots of it in the house.
It's right.
Eye candy for people. Actually, I just realized it's not in the video. Let me go adjust that.
It's all good. You just have it.
But it's too high.
We got stickers on the back here.
But it's too high. You can't see the table. Let me fix it. It bugs me. Listen, I'm a perfectionist. Don't you fuckers know? Let's see if I can just bring it down a little bit. What? There's that Defiant. What up? See? There we go.
There's Rich in the house. Hey, Rich, I'll be up in Ash teaching a class Saturday if you got anybody that wants to come up.
Yep, we got
Lansing Fire
comprehensive carry, Ashe County this weekend, and then we skip really kind of until May. We got a comprehensive carry prepared pistol weekend, May 14th and 15th. And then that little week is going to be balls to the wall because we got force on force. May 21st. 22nd.
Casey Kemp. Actually, a couple things. Let's back up. Scott says, I'm thinking I'm going to swap the zero on my AR, swap out to a 50 yard zero. That's what we recommend. I think you're right to do so. Casey Kemp said, I didn't see an option to sign up for the force on force class last weekend. At the pistol class, Andrew told me his role playing for you. Yes, Casey Kemp, we are not accepting at the moment anymore. It is sold out. The next one will be coming soon. Hope to see you there. Are you in Florida with Andrew? I'm pretty sure that you're down that way, Casey. It will be an awesome class, but I'm trying to get some of my local guys trained up first. It's just going to help out with the role playing and some other stuff going on. It's just going to make it easier for us as instructors to have more people available. Because if you don't know anything about force on force, the role players make it. Like, we've had to recruit some awesome guys that are coming into town to help us out. Max will be here. Andrew will be here. And that's
I did my job. The link has been shared out on the Instagrams and the Facebooks.
Brandon says Georgia's finally constitutional carry state. They all should be.
That's
it's
awesome.
bullshit that you have to get a piece of paper to say that you can. Casey, man, if you live 2 hours from him, you have a great asset to you. Train with that dude as much as you can. Andrew is pretty squared away from my understanding and from what I know. And also one of the reasons why we're asking him up here, like, I'm hoping to get my guys used to him, maybe even host him at some point.
And he looks shady as fuck.
Like, he can pull that shit off.
He can. and Casey, I'll be down there the last 2 weeks of June going to take a class with Andrew. So hopefully,
yeah, tell Andrew to get his class schedule
up
up on the list so Jerry Gage can figure out what classes he's coming to.
Nice. Casey says, I took tactical response force on force class last month.
Awesome.
That is fantastic.
Nice.
Course you did well. You won't do wrong taking anything at tactical response. They're like a mentor to us. We love them and appreciate them. You did fantastic. Now, that being said, ours is a little different. It has a little different play on things, but the lessons are probably still the same.
Ran out of tunes, huh?
Max says, I think you want me down there because I'm mean and terrifying looking. Yep, pretty much. Sasquatch and shady as fuck. That's what we need in a role player. However, like with the helmets, it does kind of hide the shady.
It does kind of hide the shady a little bit. Not that much.
Not much, but a little bit.
It's not those you really have to worry about that.
So Scott says, I'm going to swing down there next weekend taking 2 Sentinel Concepts classes in Dover. Nice.
Dover, what state?
What state is that? And what?
Dover, Delaware?
Sentinel Concepts. Who is that? Fill me in, Scott.
Get my tunes.
All right,
back on.
13's in. Let's talk about the Patriot Readiness Challenge. We'll come back to the comments here in just a few minutes. Let's go ahead and get through that.
Let's go back to January.
Yep. Let's talk about what it is. So we started in January. All the Patriots came out.
Evan Dixon in the
Evan's
house.
in the house. We had a challenge developed where we were going to look at body weight and overall weight added to the bar in the big 4 lifts, including deadlift, squat, overhead press, and bench press. Steve Fisher. I knew that sounded familiar. Thank you for filling me in, Scott. Yeah, Richard, he has Sentinel classes. Pat Mack does, but they're not the ones that are Steve Fisher's classes. They're different. And I knew that Sentinel Concepts was different. I knew that name, though. Steve Fisher's a great place to train with. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. Patriot Readiness Challenge. With those 4 lifts, we did basically a 5-rep max at the beginning, and then we did a 5-rep max at the end. We did coaching.
Mile run.
We did a mile run in kit, so that's with all your gear on that you plan to fight in. And we had all our guys run the mile in the kit. We had all of our guys run the mile in the kit at the end, and we did all the numbers and crunched all the data, and we came out. Do you want to announce the winner first, or do you want to go through all the other?
Let's do the winner first.
All right, so the winner.
Because we have a winner, and then we just have a plethora of great data.
Statistics.
Yep. So overall winner, drum roll please, is. Wait for it.
He's not in this room.
He's not here. He is the Patriot Chef.
Matt Kishimoto.
Matt Kishimoto. So Matt, overall winner of the whole challenge and winner of a $500 class
Yep.
at Tactical Response.
Took my money, damn it.
We
Nobody better do. To be honest with you.
yeah, really like it only helped our group overall. So we're thankful. It was a win for us. This class was set up for really the person who had the most on the table could take it. If you were already in pretty good shape, it was harder to win because you were in pretty good shape. But the ones who really could add weight to the bar and really do the work and put the work in did, and they were the rightful winner, in my opinion. Looking at the numbers, looking at the actual who won and who did what they were supposed to do, Matt put the work in.
I had space in both directions, but it with this whole freeze drying thing, it got really hard.
Matt's too much taste testing.
Yeah, I got to be a lab rat for testing some of the food,
So
right?
let's explain that. Like, how did we come up with
Well, it's actually
the
revs.
ratio? And it was not how did we come up with it, what was the ratio? The ratio was your body weight plus your lifts.
No, it was the amount that you lift divided by your body weight into 4 different.
So that way you could move it in either direction. You could lose weight or you could add weight to the bar. Either way you could win. And then also with the run, it was pretty, it was your first lift divided by your second, or your first run divided by your second. So it was pretty simple. That being said, all of this was kind of spurred on by Rev wanting to do like a fitness challenge and kind of get our group involved.
It was right around the new year. It wasn't a resolution. I think he called it a revolution.
And me being me, I can't just do something half-assed, so we got to actually make it something worthwhile. And Kish, man, he knocked it out of the park. So let's talk about some of the overall pounds.
Sneaky son of a biatch.
How many overall pounds added to the bar by the group?
So by the group that actually finished, we added 1,585 pounds.
And that was 9 people, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had one drop the whole challenge.
And so that's an average of basically everybody lifted another human, 176 pounds.
And that's only helps our group. It only helps our people. It makes you stronger and makes you harder to kill. That's the whole point. Let's also talk about, let's talk about the different categories. Fastest runner went to
JP, Matt's half brother.
JP put the
John
the best.
motherfucking Patton. That's what he likes to be called. John motherfucking
That's what he
Patton.
likes to be
So
called.
John motherfucking Patton won the fastest run. Overall,
So the most
pound for pound strongest.
Eagle won.
Thank you. I'll take it in full. Thank you.
I'm not applauding that.
Followed second very closely by Matt Kishimoto, who put some hella big numbers up for his weight. Fantastic job, dude. And then...
Yeah, like your ratio was 5.19, his was 5.0.
There you go. So it was a close race in overall strength of weight. However, Matt put over 100 pounds on a lot of his lifts.
That's right.
Also, I think, big shout out, special asterisk, most improved old motherfucker.
Yeah,
Bald Eagle.
Jerry showed up.
Almost 100 pounds on every single lift and a very respectable tied for second place.
Yeah, if he didn't add 100 pounds to something, he just about doubled it. So like overhead lift, I think he checked in at like 65 pounds, but
Almost
came
doubled
in at
it.
like 115 or something.
Yeah.
And that being
Overhead press, I'm
said,
sorry.
you know, Jerry is probably the senior in the lifts. Like,
Yeah.
you're probably the oldest dude doing this.
I got you guys about 20 years easy.
And came in second overall with the amount of weight lifted and the amount of work. And I knew coming in, Jerry was a dark horse. Like, Jerry put the work in, and damn if it didn't show up.
Yeah.
So proud of you, dude. Like,
We've been getting out of bed at like 4 o'clock in the morning since January. So
and it only helps. It
Yeah.
only makes us better to see our coach putting the work in. Also, most weight lost.
Evan.
How about Evan
Evan.
Dixon with 30
Well, it was
pounds?
during the competition time. He lost 22 pounds.
Okay, but he started January 1.
Yeah,
We had like
so the
a
week
14
before he
minute
dropped like
gap.
15 or 20 pounds,
Yeah.
so it didn't really count towards the competition. But overall, he's 30 to 40 pounds down.
Freaking A, like, can't get any better than that. Dude, that's what this was all about, was making, like Max just said, rising tides lift all boats. And that's right, man. Like,
Yeah.
this was all about making our team stronger, better, faster, and harder to kill. That's really all it was about. And it, I think, knocked it out of the park.
As far as the other statistic I have, as far as the run improvement, like so on average, across the board, some folks improved more, but it was like an improvement of 1 minute and 50 seconds on a 1 mile run across the board.
Nice.
So that's something to be said, guys. Like, that's a hell of a
3 months.
hell of a result from 3 months. Like, you guys almost doubling your weight, doing the work.
So
Matt also, I should say, is probably the second strongest dude in the whole damn group. And me and Matt are really the ones that are in the 1,000-pound club. Like, we over
Hercules,
4
Hercules.
put 1,000 pounds in all the lifts. So nice lifting.
give me another month.
He'll get there. He's
Yeah,
close.
and Matt Kishimoto's
Close.
too.
Matt
Yeah.
Kishimoto, close. Both of those dudes going to be putting
But-
the work in.
Here's the big thing. The challenge was great. But the biggest gain for me was to want to continue.
Yep. And that's what it's all about, man. Health
Yeah.
for life. It has nothing to do with like what you do in this little challenge. And that award at the end was great.
Yeah.
But it's overall
Yeah.
health that we're looking for, and everybody being able to respond as they need to respond. People often overlook. We get questions all the times, guys, about like, hey, what do I need to do for preparedness? What do I need to do, to get ready? Get your body ready. Be strong. Be able to move a person. Be able to run a mile. Be able to carry your shit.
Okay.
And be able to lift heavy things.
Max asked what was the fastest time in kit.
Roughly 10 minutes.
JP did it in 11 minutes and something.
Oh, was it 11? I thought it was 10.
11?
I thought he was at 10 minutes. Right here.
John
He was
motherfucking Pat-
10:47.
No, that's your daughter, dude.
Oh, my bad.
John motherfucking Pat did it in 11 minutes and 21 seconds.
There you go.
With 3 cigarettes smoking out his house, out of his mouth,
Yep.
and a mullet flying through the air.
The mullet was gone the second time.
And full kit with all his gear on.
Yep.
So, respectable.
Yeah.
Runs like a gazelle. I'm like a rhinoceros. Like, bang, bang, bang. I get there, but goddamn it ain't pretty.
I mean, of all the things I did in the challenge, and it was probably what was the hardest for me was the decrease in that time.
Yep.
I cut 3 minutes?
Yeah. I was
All
strong
the time.
out of the gate. About the first month, I was really good about going over to a local place and running about once a week in kit. And then, I don't know what happened, man. Shit got busy. Sam started playing more baseball. Like just stuff got in the way, dude.
Yeah.
But I still think I dropped mine by at least 30 seconds. So I was down in like the 12:30 category.
Nice. Because you were one of the fastest in the first round.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only
Yeah.
one that like added time.
Yeah, Patrick
Wow.
messing with our running time.
So-
supposedly he was cramping.
If you think of it, the average man
I had the
walk-
menstrual cramps.
Like a women.
What he
like
had,
women,
man.
I was cramping on my
Menstrual
period.
cramps.
The average man walks a mile in 20 minutes.
And we ran in
And
kit.
that's without kit.
Now that being said, I still finished like what, 4th in the
Yeah.
run. So like, come on now, I was cramping and bitching and moaning, but I still got
Yep.
it done.
Yep.
I still got it done.
Of
So
the adults, you were third. No, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that's
Matt
forward.
Kishimoto, he took almost 3 minutes off his run.
That's fantastic.
And Jerry was down at least 2 minutes, right?
I
Jerry
was down 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, Jerry
3
went from
minutes
1910 to 1604. That's awesome, man.
And for those of you that really know me, I don't run. I walk.
Evan dropped over 1 minute and 15 seconds. And then we had a couple of folks check in. They kind of had a makeup session and dropped about 3 minutes in the run.
Nice.
Kevin and
So overall, excellent
Brian
times.
did awesome.
Excellent performance. The team did well, and that was ultimately our goal, was to bring the team up. And I think like everybody freaking knocked it out of the park.
Knocked
It
her
was
out of the park.
fantastic.
And that's the stats, folks.
Um,
As far as most
What-
most weight added to the bar was me at 320 pounds, Jerry
Yep.
at 305 pounds, Matt Kishimoto at 230, and then John motherfucking Patton at 220.
John Patton was tied probably for second too.
He
as
was,
well.
it was very close. So like as far as the ratios broke down, like so if Kish is like the before and after, the separation between the two is 1.27. Jerry is a 1.19. John motherfucking Patton was at 1.18 and I was at 1.08. So basically between three of us there was only a 0.10 difference. Between me and first
That's
place
work.
was 0.19.
That's work.
So, Kish, I know you're listening, and
I'm coming for you next
pick
year,
the
man.
date, and if it's the one we talked about, I'll probably go with you.
So yeah,
Evan
boys.
says, honored to be a part of the team, y'all. Thanks for the challenge. And Evan, man, like, keep at it, dude.
Evan, I was super proud of you, man.
Yeah, keep the work
You
up.
kept it going. And in addition to the challenge, Evan had just moved
Yep.
and
Also was not
really
getting
was not set up
to do the
to
workload.
do the
Yeah.
lifting and stuff.
Yeah.
So he
And
focused in hard on the
focused
weight loss.
and it
Yep.
paid off.
Still
So
put
we
some
kinda
mega,
had-
and
some of
also
us had a
still put some
tactical
mega
advantage.
weight on the bar. Like Evan put some weight on
Yeah.
there on all
So-
his lifts. So
some of
even
us had
without-
a tactical advantage and we knew it was coming. Like you set up the House of Pain. Like I went and got a gym and brought it to my house because I knew I wasn't getting to a gym.
I got my sorry
Yeah.
ass up every morning.
But yeah, I mean that's legit, man. That 4 o'clock in the morning stuff, man. That's rough.
Here's my thing. If I do it then, it makes me feel better throughout the day.
yep, it's the key to-
Versus if I did like you wait till the end of the day.
yep.
I would probably skip out.
So yeah, I mean, so the problem always is like, one of the key factors is getting up and getting things done. You controlling your day versus letting your day control you.
Exactly.
And it's tough. I mean, because on average, I probably only really lifted 2 times a week.
Evan
So-
says, always missing now is that glorious safety squat bar. Man, they're great. If you were gonna buy one, I would look at is it Titan?
Yeah.
Titan Fitness has a really nice one for probably the best money for what you're getting.
I bought mine secondhand. I drove down to Rock Hill, South Carolina, and drug all that stuff up here.
Titan Fitness is pretty rock star for the price if you're going to buy one. The safety squat bar is pretty great for those that are range of motion impaired, especially if you have shoulder injuries and you can't get into a regular squat position. It really helps those guys. But that being said, it really is. I want to say it's been an honor to compete with you guys. Like, it's been great to have like somebody pushing us. That being said, I took a week off and I've been drinking beer. Like, I've had a good time for the last week celebrating how awesome it's been. And I hope that you guys took a little bit of time off as well, because basically what we did was a strength competition meet. I mean, we didn't do 1 rep maxes, but a 5 rep max, and then working your way up and doing a full
That
workout.
first lap
It's
or
rough.
2 on the run sucked after lifting because the first time we kind of did it fresh running.
Yeah,
And
we
the
did the
second
run
time we did it,
first.
we kind of switched the order because we wanted to put the safety and emphasis on lifting, so people could really show
Well,
out on the
also
weight.
we were there before for a meeting before. That's why.
Yeah,
we did that.
there was reasons, #reasons, but those first 2 laps of the second run
Terrible.
after
For
lifting,
me,
they
it was
sucked.
the first lap. I ran the first lap, and I checked my time, and I wasn't happy, so I picked up the pace. And
Yeah.
then I finished at that same pace. That was, like, for those of you that know me, I don't run, I walk. But I walk like
I just did the
fast.
hickey shuffle the whole time, and somehow I
And-
came in faster than I did last time. Like, I
And
don't know.
I started off fast, and then I started cramping.
knocked
And I
out
was into
3
that.
minutes off that time, and then, you know.
I'm hobbling my ass around, dragging my legs. Oh, come on! I almost should have flipped up on my arms and ran like this. I'd have been faster, I think.
Evan said he lowballed half a dozen on Marketplace in the last 2 months.
So
And-
other things, let's talk about that badass class that you did out in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Awesome class, fantastic, with all the information given, miles traveled, but like, man, what a group you put that on for. Like,
Yeah.
those dudes were ultra prepared, bought all the shit you told them to buy.
Yeah. So
like,
the guy we were essentially contracted by, he's tactical response alumni, multi-class. His name is Ross, and so he's a chaplain in the Army, and he's, he just had his boys, like one, Felix and Miguel, one's 14 and one's 16. They literally, I think they took the fight class that Andrew Smersek was role playing in.
nice.
So like, he's really kind of getting them in, like. So his story is he's a chaplain in the military, and he got hooked on Camden. Back in the day, I guess James traveled to some smaller places, and Jaeger ended up like 15 minutes from his house, and he ends up in a class, and he tells James that he's going to get deployed to Afghanistan, and James was like, just come up to small unit tactics, and you take this and take this,
Yeah.
and it's on me, sort of thing. So ever since then, and being in St. Louis, they're only about 4 hours away.
Nice.
So they're able to travel really readily. But anyway, yeah, so Doc and I have met no less than 4 to 5 times in preparation for that class. And so we put together a needs list, and Ross was really good about picking up everything, and then he went freaking above and beyond. So
Awesome.
he's had a good budget to work with, with the organization.
Well, and the thing is, those guys are doing it in situations.
Yeah, so what I
that
should remind
are
you is
needs.
all these guys were team leaders for different regions. They're disaster response, and most of them run chainsaw crews. So cutting limbs from tornadoes, hurricanes, stuff like that, getting up on roofs, climbing ladders, and stuff like that. They're super safety conscious. So we ran into some of the scenarios of, I'd never let my team get into that situation in the first place. I was like, well, mess with us, like entertain us a little bit. But so they're really safety conscious. But yeah, we had folks from anywhere from Kansas to Wisconsin to Texas to Florida, Georgia.
But that's
area.
a good topic for us to go on, because I know we as a team kind of preach the medical a little bit. And we don't do that just to preach at people. Like, I have friends that, they operate heavy equipment. They're loggers. They're doing that type
Yeah.
of scenario, and
Have no clue.
before we had conversations, never carried any medical gear.
Yeah.
You're operating a chainsaw. You're generally out away from
Yeah.
immediate care.
Yep.
So you at least need a tourniquet.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm glad you brought that up.
You got that Homa Marine?
I do. I have been testing and have a new tourniquet that I'm starting to recommend.
Change the subject.
Change the subject. This is the Omna Marine tourniquet. You want to take that up there and put it in front of the camera?
I was gonna go get the music going again.
Do that and then show that off there. So this is
a ski boot,
Yeah.
rollerblade.
So here's what's up with this. This works as it is a completely waterproof and a lot better made than most tourniquets. I'm not gonna lie.
I do like the width of that.
It's a little wider. It's a little easier to apply. It's a little bit better in a lot of ways for like shooting and moving. It's like you're in the middle of putting this thing on, and you get about halfway there, and something happens, you get back in the fight. You don't lose your progress.
Right.
The other thing being,
The ratchet strap.
The ratchet in it's pretty awesome. It's still in the testing phase. The one thing that I will say is a little off about it that Max and I have talked about a little bit. The ratchet seems to be a little bit in the wrong direction sometimes. So when we normally do this, we do red to core, right? And it goes to the center. Let's just say I'm putting this on. It would go to the center. We wrap it around. We get the Velcro the way it's supposed to be.
Now you're ratcheting away.
You're ratcheting away. So would it be nice if we could ratchet that toward us? Yes. But that being said, it works really fucking good. And I haven't
Crank it more.
There's no more there. I promise you, dude. Like you can check my video.
I just wanted to see.
Yeah, go ahead and take it off. The other issue that sucks about it just a little bit is you have to reset it every time. So what do I mean by that? So say I just used this tourniquet, which it is awesome. Y'all see how fast that was to apply, and it works really, really well. Like I can get this tight on a thigh to the point where it's like, it's misery. Because it's basically like a ratchet strap. The one problem I do see with it is if, say, you tried this a time or two and you didn't reset your tourniquet, now if you'll notice, I've used almost half of my ratchet and it runs out of ratchet if you're not careful. So you do have to be very careful that when you get done, that you reset it. Just like any tourniquet, if you've never seen that, you have to reset the tourniquet. And these are, they're not too hard to do. You just pull up on it, on that end, and pull it back to the front. Make it steady, and then to set it up, you do it just like any other one Now, the reason I like this, I'm not going to lie, there is some tactical advantage to having a tourniquet that will be able to, sorry, I saw a comment. So Max says, Pat, it hasn't slipped on me again in about 30 applications. So Max was saying that at one point in time he had a slip. And what I'm thinking has happened, he probably put it on a time or two, and I think he was at the end. Because once you get to the end of that, there's nothing else there to go through. And I'm wondering if he was at the end of it. Because I've put this on several guys, and I've ratcheted it as hard as I can get both hands to ratchet it.
And then the
And
only
it
other
won't
thing,
slip.
this is plastic, this is plastic.
Yep.
That multiple applications it might wear out.
So, but also so is our pistols.
Yeah, exactly.
And they work well.
That's why I'm bringing that up.
So I have had zero issues out of mine. It works really, really well. One tip I do have for guys that wear it around the ankle, when I store this at night, the way I store it, just to make it a little bit less obtrusive whenever you're wearing it, is I wrap it up tight to bend that plastic around. Just like that. So I store it like that so that when I go to wear it every day, it kind of has a curve to it. Now, what I will say is it does seem to be holding up a little bit better for ankle carry than, say, the Recons. Typically a Recon, I can get 6 months, maybe a little bit more out of them before they start to just look a little rough. Do they still work? Absolutely. But they start to look a little rough. They start to look like they're just not quite... they're starting to get little stringies and they get dirty because you're wearing them all the time. This one is 100% marine grade. They actually use them to tie on surfboards and use them as a leg leash. Like, they're pretty freaking awesome. I'll do one more. They're pretty freaking awesome. So, that being said, it's a new one I highly recommend if you guys are looking in for a ankle carry. I probably wouldn't do this. Maybe not in a kit because it is a little bulky and it wants to stay straight. I might not would put this in a back pocket. It's really good for ankle carry.
This piece is not going to tear your clothing as much as the Velcro.
That's true.
I can slide that down in the pocket of my pants.
True. And it works really, really well. Like I said, guys, it's pretty awesome for me. And I think being able to put it on quickly. And it holding the big draw for me is it actually holding its retention while I'm moving and getting back in the fight.
Yeah.
If I have to get back in the fight,
your partner goes down.
I don't lose it.
You gotta.
A lot of times with a standard tourniquet, you might be mid one turn and now it's time to get back in the fight. No choices. what do? You lose your progress, or you if you're smart, you hook it in
hooked
there.
it.
But most people won't. Most people will lose it. And man, I haven't had any problems out of it. It's worked really well. Now, it is still in the testing phase. Let me emphasize that. As I'm testing it and running it hard to see, hey, how long do I get out of it? You know, does it hold up a long time? If you can only carry one thing medical, this should be one of the things you carry.
So, as an ankle carry,
Yeah.
you're literally wrapping it around your ankle and Velcroing it with that little strap.
Yep.
It's held in place.
Another little tip before I forget. So when I wrap it around my ankle, I don't just put the Velcro straight across. I run it down for the first little bit, and then I make a tab. The tab is so I can pull it off quickly if I need to in the middle of a fight.
Nice.
So in case you guys are wondering why that looked like it looked, that's what that is. And I ankle carry this pretty much every day. I think it to be a little bit less obtrusive as that long bar. The long bar kind of creates some problems. So
Or gets down in your shoe or does something weird every once in a while.
Max says we lost you there for a bit. Last thing I heard, something that might wear it because of the plastic parts.
I think that was Jerry's comment.
Yeah,
that was my comment. Kind of like a
I ain't fucking repeating all that.
a belt that has the ratchet system. Wear and tear. If you're going to be practicing with this tourniquet, over time that plastic part is going to wear down. So you just need to make sure that you're carrying a fresh one that's not.
Don't be messing with my freeze-dried food, man.
That's not so.
That's the chicken strips. I can
worn
tell by
out.
the weight.
Show and tell.
Oh, man. Ooh, that's
We have
precious.
flying food in here.
Shit. Oh, no. My breakfast casserole probably broke on. It doesn't matter. What is that? I steal my breakfast
He
burritos?
kept one and
Come
walked
on,
out.
man.
But yeah, the plastic ratchet system is great. It works great, but over time it is plastic and it will wear down.
Yeah.
And that's something you need to be cognizant of because you don't want to be carrying it for an emergency use, one that you've actually practiced with hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Because you might end up getting a slippage.
Max says he likes his tourniquets stringy, I think.
Stringy.
Whatever that means. But yeah, I've been
I would assume you're talking about a rat's.
balls to the
stringy.
wall. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are kind of these elastic string version, but yeah, super busy. Been out to St. Louis with Doc. That was a freaking whirlwind, but it went off.
It's nice to
super
get Doc more involved. And that was a direct result from you and him went to tactical response for IM.
Yeah, immediate Vax Medical and met Ross and had some conversations at El Vallarta or whatever the restaurant.
The Mexican joint.
The Mexican joint. And
Mexican's never a bad choice.
never the wrong answer. So, but class went well. Been freeze drying the hell out of stuff. With the exception of when I was gone, I kind of shut the freeze dryer down and let it hang out so my wife wasn't burdened with the work.
So give us a few examples of what you have in the freeze
Well, just since the
dryer.
last time that we have been here, I've got chicken breasts. These are, damn it, these are grilled chicken breasts.
Grilled chicken breasts.
They're barbecue chicken breasts.
So this is
Camera's over there, dude.
So this is a half a gallon of milk,
Yeah.
and it weighs literally like
Yeah.
Nothing.
So when all else fails and I got nothing else to run, I grab a gallon of milk out of the freezer or out of the fridge and pour it in the trays.
And just
And,
what were we making tonight? What did we?
We put these breakfast casserole. This is some Patriot Chef stuff right here. I've contracted with the Patriot Chef, and I actually bought him some of the large freeze dryer stainless steel trays. And
Like how much? Like I need to know how much chicken is that?
that's probably 2.5 pounds.
And it feels like about.
So that's that big plastic bag from the food line.
And that's probably how much.
It's one of my heaviest bags.
It's a heavy
probably
bag.
about a pound.
But you got like that's all meat.
Yeah.
So here's the problem. A lot of times people
And
don't
I thought I
realize.
had a bag. You stole those breakfast burritos?
Look, yeah, they're gone, dude. You'll
Son of-
never see
son
them
of a
again.
gun. Good luck. I'm not giving you the recipe on reconstituting them, you son of a bitch.
No shit though. Like they're in there if you want to get them. But that being said, like
I
this
got a whole
is
plastic bucket full of them.
a lot of people.
I think I did 40 of them.
What? And you're mad about me taking 30?
Well, you know.
You
never know.
suck.
6. There's
So-
6 in a bag, right?
Is there 6 in that?
Yeah, 6 or 8 of them in a
Yeah,
bag.
we put 6 in a bag.
Yeah,
So-
it's enough for your whole family to eat
So like
breakfast.
a lot of people don't know in prepping, like one of the hardest things to prep and to keep put back is protein. Like that's one of the things that's really difficult to
Yeah.
store. Man, with a freeze dryer, it's nothing.
Yeah, I've got basically raw powdered eggs in there too. We just got done the second run of those, and
Max says, I know what I'm eating in the middle of the night while I'm there.
I better get a better lock on the
We need a
door.
lock on that door.
Yeah, we do.
He'll be looking at our shit. So, that being said, Force on Force class is coming up. We do have most of our own alumni. So we offered it up to our own local alumni first. And it sold out before we could even get it on the market, which is
Yeah, I had
great.
it on the website for a little bit, but then we decided to
Closed
pull it
that
down and
quick.
just offer it to our folks.
So that being said, it is already sold out. There will be a little bit of a get together probably after the fact, and it'll be fun. Max will have a blast, I'm sure.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Don't give away too much now.
I came in here with 4 bags. Where are the other 2 bags?
I don't
I
know
got
where
one
they
right
got.
here.
I don't know where they got there, Matt. They kind of disappeared.
There's a lot of work right here, please.
Force on Force
Uh-huh.
is essentially
The test.
how you test what you think you would do.
Yep. So this is where you go in there saying, "I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that," and then you find out in reality what you really.
The intentions of it. What I've taken, and I've taken 3 different ones from 2 different places.
Yep.
Very humbling.
Oh, it's always humbling. Always. No
Um,
matter where you take Force on Force, it's humbling.
It
It's humbling.
shows kind of where your mindset is versus where you want it to be.
Yep.
Uh,
Let me ask you this. You've taken 3. Have you ever been to a Force on Force class where you left and didn't say, I need to work on this. I need to work on that. That's not exactly where I want to be.
That's exactly what I said every time.
Every time. Because there's
Every
always that little chink in your armor that you didn't know was there.
Exactly.
And you're like, man, I wish I'd have been just a little better at that. Or I wish I'd have had this or that.
And it's
And
actually
how much is it ever gear?
never gear.
It's never gear. People
Never gear.
worry so much about that. It's never the gear. It's always the operator.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
always like you.
And-
You
and
fucked up. You did something stupid.
Did I actually use all the tools that I had?
No, probably not.
Number one.
Yep.
That's always a big one for me. And realizing that you know what, I'm not a white knight.
Nope.
You know that.
Don't give too much away.
Yeah. You know, those things come into play, and I always leave thinking, how can I do that better?
Yeah.
And then the
As you
second part of that, and this is one of the things that I give away in comprehensive care, is the effects of adrenaline.
Oh man, it's everything. A lot of people think they're going to act one way, and they get in there and they're totally affected by these different. You know, you basically are taking a drug, one of the strongest drugs you can get,
Whip out my blaster and smoke them fools.
and then you decide that
Not
was not a
always
good
the right
idea.
answer.
That
Not
was
always
maybe
the
not
right
the best
answer.
decision.
And-
Here's the hard part. Our Force on Force crew that's coming through are probably some of the best trained people I know. So, like,
Don't get in a gunfight with them.
they're going to be a tough group. Like, they're going to
Yeah.
be tough to get them to do what we think they should do. Like, every one of them comes in with a respectable
ability.
Every one of them comes in with pretty much the right decision, the right training, the right mindset to do well. It's just going to be how do they really do when the time comes. And it's going to be fun, man. I'm going to have a blast with it. I'm not going to lie to you guys, though, and tell you, this has not been the hardest class. So in all of us play a different role in this company. My role is curriculum writing. That's what I do. And this fucking class has been the most difficult to get right. Like, this class has been the toughest one. I've had so much work put into it, like unbelievable amount of work and time. And without the role players coming, I don't know how it would roll. It would be terrible without them, because you got to have fantastic role players. Not good, not decent, fantastic. They got to be on point.
Yeah.
From my experience, and like I said, I've done it at 2 different locations, both respectable locations. Tactical Response.
Yep.
And Tactical Defense Institute.
TDI.
TDI. The role players truly make it.
Yep.
Sure.
Because they have you, like, you're not just running a scenario, you are in this.
Yeah.
In
that's
that
the key.
moment.
That's the key. So we're really, really excited to be able to bring you guys Force on Force. It has been a fucking labor of love, because it doesn't make any money. It's a fucking money pit.
Oh, yeah.
Just so
Yeah.
you know. It's cost us money by like $1 billion. But it's one of those things that,
I wish
like,
I had $1 billion.
It's costed a lot.
It's kind of like James said, if I got $1 billion, I'd just close the company and take the money and go
Yeah,
home.
because you're not going to win. You're not going to make money doing this shit. But that being said,
Well, that's the thing with, like we had a really good year last year.
Yeah.
And we done some huge things medically.
Yeah, I mean, so there's different ways of looking at it. Financially, we were down probably 30 to 40% last year as compared to 2020.
Yeah.
But getting things done, like,
Right.
bringing new classes and doing cool stuff. Yeah, last year was
very,
cool.
very, very productive in that. And, for us, and we've always said, it's not about making the money. It's about bringing the product.
Yep. And it's always been about the people for us. It's always been about making our training the best you can get. And I will say that I feel pretty damn good about where we're at. Like, we have a pretty good curriculum. We have a pretty good offering for people. And we've, to be just honest with and open with you guys, we had the decision last year. We could have made the decision, hey, let's do this class that makes us more money, or let's do this class that benefits our students and fucks us bad. Because that's what it did. And
He's talking about Force on Force.
we chose Force on Force because it's what the student needs. It's what we need to bring as a company to make our students better. We could have done 5 or 6 other classes that would have made us more money, but it wasn't the right decision for our people.
I know, because I'm like the beginning in the comprehensive carry.
Yeah.
And I tell those people in that your goal is to get to a Force on Force class and go through that class and make the right decisions.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, unfortunately, they're still trying to figure out how to slide lock their gun back or put their magazine in. Like, what's Force on Force? You know what I mean?
So they hear about it, but they don't really know about it.
Yeah.
And then there also like those scenarios where they're like, I tell them that when people say, well, if somebody does this, I'm going to do this, that they're full of bullshit.
Yep, they are.
Because until you've actually been up against that wall and you've had that adrenaline drop and you're trying to figure out what the fuck to do.
It's the best place to learn about yourself.
That's the key. It's the best place to learn about yourself.
Well, and that's kind of what we're talking about is like the gun means diddly shit. How well you shoot means diddly shit. To be honest, it's really more about what do you as a warrior do in that time when the decision comes that you got to make a decision, do I fight or do I not?
Exactly.
And nobody knows how they're going to react. Even the most trained people who think they know, there is that scenario out there that will fuck them up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's happened to the best of us. Look at cops that have been like, they've done this before. They've been there. They've been in shoots. They've done these things, and they get to that one scenario where it's like, I never saw that coming. Like I never seen that as an option. And they mess up. And everybody likes to armchair quarterback that, but I would say 10-1, most of y'all would make the most
But
fucking ridiculous
here's
decisions.
piggybacking on
Yeah.
that. We did our resource officer class last August.
We did. It was awesome.
And we did some scenarios in that. And they saw that, and that wasn't even gun related.
Nope. It was all medical. However, there was some threats
Exactly.
in there, and
that they
didn't
missed
get, you know.
because they just weren't opening up their mind.
So Max says, I cannot wait to see what I can learn from role playing. Going to be an honor. Man, we appreciate you coming down, and we're so
Yeah, man.
happy that you're willing to be a role player for us. If it wasn't for you guys and the experienced role players, seriously, the class would be shit. It takes really good role players, and that's essentially what I'm doing now. I'm training my local role players. I'm training my guys that I can count on to come in and do the work whenever we need them next. But I'm so appreciative of you guys, you and Andrew both. Andrew's going to be coming down from combat art training. I'm hoping you guys get to know him and get to see what he's about a little bit. Maybe we host him for a class even. It's going to be.
Told him he could come in the summertime.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty nifty, man, to have him down and like he's a great dude and we can't wait to work with him some.
Yeah,
But that being said,
Max has been down before.
You know, Max,
and Andrew, this is his first trip up. So those are some pretty cool guys that we'll get to interact with again.
You know, Max, you're going to learn. You know this as well as me telling you this, but you're going to learn a lot just by watching what people do, and it's also very good practice.
Max gave this place a new nickname.
The Eagle Nest.
Called the Eagle Nest.
Eagle Nest.
Nice.
There you go.
I like that. Patriot Eagle Nest.
So anyway, it looks like, as we discussed, Max is coming down, helping out with role playing. It looks like he's going to be down May 19th. So it's a Thursday night. Conveniently, we'll make that the next live stream.
Okay.
All right.
Badass.
Yeah, we'll have Max as our special guest.
Yeah.
Special
and I'll
guest.
just sit in the chair over there and heckle everybody.
No.
We can add 4 chairs here.
I can get the fuck out. I can do it without me.
Yeah. There's
So Ariel
definitely
says
enough
we
room
can't
here
wait to
for
see
another.
everyone. We need to get everybody together probably at Matt's house after the first day or two. And have
I'm voting for
everybody-
Rev's, man. Rev's house. Rev's the party.
Rev, you up to hosting us by
Rev
May what?
Rev already said goodnight. He ain't on here no more.
Yeah.
So we'll have to,
I can hit him up tomorrow.
He'll go back and watch it.
It'll either be Rev or at Matt's house, but one of these two will host it after. a
I'm
party.
hoping I get some furniture one of these months, man. Jenny finally called the furniture people, and she said, "Do you realize I can make a human faster than you can make furniture?"
That's fucking great.
That's awesome.
Anyway,
All right, guys. Any other questions? What do y'all got for us tonight? We're about to wrap it up. If you don't have anything.
Shit, it's been an hour.
Ariel
already.
better get Matt working on them biscuits
What
and
up?
gravy, man.
Combat art training in the
That
house.
time he freaking
Damn, dude, you late. We about to wrap it up.
conjured up the demon. Talked about you enough.
We done talked about
Yeah,
you
we've
enough.
been
Yeah, we
talking
said your
about you.
name 3 times. You showed the fuck up like a damn
Beetlejuice,
demon.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
That's what's up. What's up, dude? Second day of the Who of Us didn't smack ourselves in the face when Tim pointed out not use our flashlight.
Oh, you giving away too much shit.
Shut up. Andrew
Been
says,
yelling
been
at my daughters.
It don't do any damn good.
Hey.
Don't do any damn good.
Hey Andrew, while you're up here, we got to figure out how I can sign up. You got to get your class posted so I can sign up, man.
Jerry wants the June date so he can sign up for a class while he's down in June.
So Ariel says Matt's working on it tomorrow. What are you talking about, Ariel?
My biscuits and gravy, boy.
Evan Dixon,
I
but
got the hookup.
You
I
got
told
biscuits
you.
and gravy and I don't? What the fuck?
can role players fraternize between Force on Force Day 1 and Day 2?
Yes,
Absolutely. We're going to create a fraternization setting.
Yeah.
It will be after it's all said and done, my man.
But
After it's all
Ariel,
said
I
and done.
got 5 bags, and I think there's 6 pieces of the sausage, egg,
Okay.
cheese, and potato breakfast casserole.
I gotta be a little bit fucking pissed. Why am I not involved in this?
What's that?
What the fuck is all
There's
I'm
always
saying?
room for involvement. You gotta
Ariel,
bring me the shit. You
Tactical
said
Bits, let me know what the fuck. Like
I
want
got
biscuits and gravy.
I got the Patriot Chef on the
Involved.
hook, and I got a freeze dryer. So I told you I bought him his own tray sets and tray stackers. We got
What do I need to get biscuits and gravy? What the fuck?
Well, so
Well,
here's
you gotta have the tray.
So here's the plan.
Then you gotta have the chips go in the tray.
I was putting stuff back in the storeroom. Here's the plan I
I
figured
can
out.
make some killer fucking gravy. I'm
that's
just
cool.
saying.
That's cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break you off some, but it's you guys are the guinea pig or the researchers to tell me what I need to write on the bag for the reconstitution.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hook me up.
How
I'll
many
tell you what's up.
ounces, go in?
You know
I need
what I mean?
breakfast tomorrow, you guys.
You got the breakfast burritos or whatever. So
Got the burritos, man.
Andrew says, can we have a scenario where the students think it just went from a scenario to real life? No. Too many safety concerns in that. But it sounds awesome. Evan says, I've been prepared for that job my whole life.
Evan says he wants to be the taste tester.
Dude, that's great.
Hey, Evan, I want to give another shout out to Evan.
Yeah, man.
Man, he took on this challenge, and he was in the middle of a move. Also trying to set up his gym, and he lost. Now there was a little days overlap, but 30-some pounds.
I
Good
tell
job,
you what,
Evan.
it's
Appreciate
hard.
you, man.
Like you got to have the willpower, man, because
Yeah.
he's got several kids, and some of them
Yeah.
are probably getting in the age where they're eating like real human food, and that shit ain't cheap anymore. So like one of the hardest things is not to eat like the kids' leftovers.
Yeah.
Like, you eat yours plus the kids' leftovers.
So,
We've been there.
I will
Evan.
tell you, I tried something out this week, you guys, and we might be closing out soon. But just letting you guys know, I tried Factor. Have you seen that? It's a keto prepared meal, like it comes to you on Tuesdays or Wednesdays or whatever day they're in that area, and it's keto meals already ready. All you gotta do is like their oven 350 for like 2 minutes, and they're done.
That's pretty awesome.
And they're keto, chef made, really
Because
awesome
I ain't got
meals.
the time. Like exercise is one thing, but diet. You can't outrun a shitty diet. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
you can't exercise a
outrun
shitty diet. Karen said that
So-
for years.
Yeah.
So that being said, I tried the Factor meals. They're really, really good. If I had one suggestion,
You gotta eat 2 of them.
it needs like 2 of them, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, dude. Well, so here's what I will say: the meat portion was great, but what I call filler, right? Like the filler is salad, zucchini.
Rice.
No, you don't eat rice on keto. So like your fillers
That's
would,
what the Japanese do.
yeah, your
But you can
fillers.
do cauliflower rice.
Your
probably,
your
yeah.
fillers would be like your good vegetables like cabbage,
Yeah, cabbage,
zucchini, broccoli. That needed to be twice the size as it was for like a grown ass man. Is
Yeah.
all I'm saying. Like the meat portion was great. Like it was enough.
So it's just say like Factor for bitches.
Or yeah, it should say like Factor for women and then a Factor for men.
There you
And
go.
like give me like so like here's a section of meat, here's the section of filler. It should be like meat filler. Like I need like double or triple the size of the filler stuff. Like give me some vegetables, man. Like I'm just saying. It was good though. I will say it was very good.
Hey,
Like,
we're getting close to our time.
Yeah.
That we're gonna log off. So I do want to give a shout out to my baby brother. Today is his birthday.
That's Scott.
what's up,
Scott, happy birthday, Scott.
Happy birthday, man.
Scott Gage. Happy birthday, brother. Hope you watch this back.
What Max? Pat, I thought you were family. What are you talking about, man? I don't understand.
I don't know, but Andrew says he's gonna bring a gorilla suit for a bonus scenario.
That's what's up.
That's
Gorilla escape, gonna kill you. What now? Your scenario begins. That's great.
Gorillas in your bedroom.
So
Here,
we're
open
looking
the
forward
door.
to it, guys. It's gonna be fun. Andrew says, "Happy birthday, Scott." I don't know. We're gonna get a shit ton.
Yeah,
of
Andrew, if you could make it up by Thursday, whatever date we said that was,
We'll do a live stream.
month, basically a month from now. The Thursday before live stream, so it'll be
Holy shit!
the 19th. We'll have you on
Evan
live
says
stream.
Harambe Part 2. Man, I should have fucking like come up with that. That was a great joke.
So
He's got such a fucking awesome.
he's
sense of
witty,
humor.
man.
Man, that dude is smart. You gotta stay on. Like, I can't drink and be around him. I gotta be sharp. You gotta be able to be sharp to keep up with his
He's too sharp for me not
Yeah,
to
he's
worry
fucking
about that.
smart.
I'm just gonna drink anyway.
Evan kills me. He's funny as shit.
right.
That being said,
It's been awesome.
all right, 10 o'clock. Any more questions? Anything else?
Peace them out.
All right, dudes.
You go do that thing because I'll
Till
I'll
next
delete that
time,
shit.
we say
Next time.
carry smart, carry safe, be prepared.
prepared.
See you.
Looks like
What is it, May?
Thursday, May 19th.
May 19th, we'll be
Yep.
doing a live stream with all the special guests.
Whoever's here is here.
You guys take it easy.
Peace out.